Hello and welcome to the Big Snowies in central Montana. Out here today just for a hike. Gonna stay the night, explore a little bit and do another hike in the morning. This is a spot I've never been to, so I'm looking forward to explore. It's really thick compared to the areas that I'm normally in closer to home. It's really thick, really green, really quiet. I'm actually walking right next to a stream that's dried up right now. It probably goes pretty good during the springtime with all the runoff, but no water in it right now. So hopefully that's not a bad sign for the waterfall that I'm going to. I think I saw somebody that went to it just a few weeks ago. So hoping it's still good, but you never know with summertime. So just exploring. Always fun to get out and try a new area, and just ready to enjoy some time in the mountains. All right, here we have our first sign of water in the stream. I was starting to get a little bit worried just because this trail has been crossing the stream over and over again, but there's been water nowhere. So I was a little bit worried that this might be for nothing, or just, I guess, a hike out in the mountains. But I'm glad that we've got some water, because that means there should at least be a little bit for the waterfall. All right, so the Big Snowies, like I said, that's where I am today. And they are located in central Montana, north of Billings where I live, south of Lewistown, general directions for both of them. But they're just a small mountain range. Just if you're looking at a map of the entire state, just like a patch of mountains right in the middle about. And I honestly have never been into the mountains here. Driven by them to go to different places, but most of the time I end up going south or southwest or west, just because that's where the noticeable mountains are. But it's been really pleasant. It's been really nice. It's nice and cool. The weather we've been getting around here lately has been hot, and storms have been coming in the afternoons. We had some hail last week, which did some damage in different spots, but that means that the mountains are getting a lot of moisture and they're holding that coolness, and it's really nice, really pleasant. So it's great to be out here. I'm really enjoying this. Just different kind of landscape, not the big granite faces that I'm used to in the Beartooth. Really lush, really green. This stream, I was worried that we weren't going to have anything, because at the beginning it was just bone dry, but it's filling up now, and I'm really looking forward to getting to the waterfall. All right, started to get a little steeper. It looks like it's leveling out now, but up until about a few minutes ago, it was pretty mellow. And then we just had a good, I don't know, a couple 100-foot climb. But it's keeping it exciting. I did have a scare though. I was walking with my camera. I usually have it out a lot when I'm hiking, just in case I see anything. That way I don't have to put the bag down and search for it. And I dropped it. There's nothing on it. Everything's fine. Luckily, it's pretty soft ground, but that was a heart stopper for sure. Here we are. Man, that looks awesome. That's a really cool waterfall. It's coming straight out of the mountain. All right, so I'm just wandering around, just kind of moving in this area. I might move up a little bit higher along the waterfall. Just looking for a composition. I don't think there's gonna be a ton just because with the trees on either side, it seems like a pretty straight on, maybe a little bit to the right or to the left. I'll see if I can get maybe up a little bit and kind of get some trees to frame it. I'll try that, but for now I'm just moving around, not shooting, just looking through the camera, trying to get an idea of what I want. All right, so for the first shot, like I said, I'm just gonna go straight on. The river, or the stream, has a nice curve as it comes down. I'm just gonna try and get the whole thing just to kind of get the scale or the entirety of the falls, just to kind of have it before I maybe zoom in or move in a little bit tighter. So I'll show it to you right here. Nice and simple. Just all the way from top to bottom. Nothing crazy. Got f/16, half a second. I'm gonna focus on the foreground, focus right in here, and then focus on the background just in case. Probably be able to get it all in focus if I just focus about a third of the way in. But yeah, just trying to get that shot, and I'll move around, take another look, and try a couple more. All right, now I've moved back just about 15 feet and I switched it up a little bit. Instead of that vertical orientation, I'm going for landscape, just go wide, kind of get the forest around it. Let's see. I like these rocks that are right here. Just, I'll focus on them, use them as a foreground element, just kind of get up to the waterfall. I've got the trees over on this side and the trees surrounding it, just to give it a little bit more interest. Focus on, you know, the whole scene instead of just the waterfall. Really simple, the light's really even. Same thing, I'm shooting at f/16, half a second. I could probably go a little bit longer, get that histogram up, but somewhere right in there. Again, I'm gonna focus right on these rocks, then in the background. f/16, I probably should be able to get everything in focus if I just kind of focus right about there. Just kind of a third in. But yeah, this is an awesome spot, a really nice hike. I'm really glad I made it here. All right. I hope you can see me. I'm really close to the camera here, but now I'm actually in the water. It's really thin or really shallow, so I'm standing in the water now, focusing. There's this one tiny stream coming off, and there's this cascade over this rock. Focusing on those two and leading up to the rest of the waterfall. Cutting out a lot of everything else, focusing on just this main point here. Really nice. Up the hill we go. I've come up the hill and I'm at the very top of the waterfall now. Actually, that's not true. Almost to the top. but at the top part where you could actually see it falling. And it's a little steep, not too bad, but steep enough that you want to be careful. And I'm just getting a shot, focusing in right on this top part. There's nothing going on in the sky. It's just a big bright spot. So I'm going to focus in on just the waterfall. All right, nothing crazy. Just focusing in. The trees kind of frame it in a little bit and everything else. Just a simple shot. I'm not sure how it'll be, but I figured I'd take it since I was here. And now let's go up. There's the waterfall going off over the edge. And it comes right here. And it literally just comes out of the mountain. Just a cave. I mean, it's only 15 feet back there. I'm sure you can't see it. Just comes straight out. Pretty cool. All right, I think that's it for here. Went up, looked for different shots. I think I got basically the easy ones and some more creative ones. Tried to get some shots up in the trees, but it was just steep and there was really too many trees to block the view. So I think I got what I wanted. I'm happy with everything. Start heading back. It's just starting to get darker. We've got time to get out while it's still light, and I really don't think it's going to change anything in here. It's just all in shadow anyway, so it's going to be the same thing no matter where we go. But a beautiful spot. I'm really happy with it. I got one other shot when I was coming down. I didn't want to film because it was steep, so I'll show that to you real quick and then I'll get packed and we'll head out. Nothing exciting happened on the hike out. Wanted to give a video of these signs just so you have an idea of the area if you happen to find yourself there. The trail is well tracked. Even if it's overgrown in some spots, it's really not that hard to find, so you'll be great. There's some cool spots along the trail, like this tree right on the edge growing over the stream. I'm interested to see how long it stays there, and I'll be happy to see what it looks like when I get back. I made it back to the car right at about dusk, so timed it just right. Was happy with everything, happy with the photos, happy with the hike, really was enjoying it. And all I needed to do now was get my stuff unpacked, get ready for the evening, and find a place to pull over and sleep. All right. Good morning, everyone. It is about 4:50 in the morning, and we are going on about a 4-mile hike. Just looking for a nice overlook, I guess. It says there's one, so I'm assuming there's one, but I've never been here. So I'm hoping that it's actually a good viewpoint. Right next to Crystal Lake here. It's a beautiful morning. Everything's really nice and calm and quiet. It got pretty chilly last night. I stayed pretty warm, but getting out of the vehicle this morning was a little bit tough. Anyway, finding the trail and finding my way. Made it to the overlook. I think just in time. I probably could have started the hike 20-30 minutes sooner, but it's a really cool spot, really spectacular. Great view, awesome view. All right, now let's get a shot. All right, and setting up first, just with the shot that gets the line of this rock face. You can see this one here, and then the big one over there. So focusing on the foreground, got some nice rocks and some shrubs right there. Just gonna have it lead out into the distance. Get some Sunstar. I've got it at f13. Really bright because I'm shooting into the sun. So I'll have to exposure bracket, but it should be pretty good. Set up here, got a view of the lake. I've got the rocks here on the right side, just forming either side of the photo. I'm right below the line where the rock is blocking the sun. I'm waiting for the sun to come up, get a Sunstar. Horizontal landscape orientation, no clouds in the sky, but I'm going to minimize the sky, focus on more of the foreground and the mountain and the lake, and I think it's going to be awesome. I'm shooting at f16, just made sure I was f13 or above just to get that Sunstar at about 1/20th of a second. I'll probably exposure bracket. I might go down a little bit. Exposure bracket to get everything in focus, or everything exposed correctly. I'll focus bracket to get everything in focus, and go from there. Now just need the sun to come out. All right, I think I actually have to move a little bit because the direction that the sun was coming up wasn't going to be in the shot. So adjust, make it work. It looks like it's going to take a little bit longer for the sun to pop out where I need it. So I'll just wait. All right, I'm still shooting. The sun's popped up a little bit farther, so now all of this is being lit up. Still able to get the Sunstar, so that's nice, but just getting a little bit different. The light on the rocks are changing. So earlier the light was over here, but as the sun moved behind this big promontory, this is in shadow now. These are lighting up. So just getting a little bit of variety here, and I'll have a chance to take it all back and see what I like best. There's some really high wispy clouds that look kind of nice that might add a little bit. So I'm glad those have moved in. Otherwise, it's blue sky everywhere. Really beautiful morning to be in the mountains. Didn't really give us anything for sunrise, so that's a bummer. But I think with this, the way that it is, it actually worked out really well. Just to get this nice panorama of everything, and I am really happy with it. This ended up being my favorite shot from the weekend. I really like these high viewpoints with an expansive view. Crystal Lake on the left and that Sunstar on the right coming up over the rocks.
really were just exciting for me, and it's a great spot that I plan on coming back to many times in the future. Here's a drone shot that I wasn't able to put in earlier, and after taking a look at the footage, there are many other shots that I plan to come and get later on as well.
All right, well, that'll do it for the trip into the Big Snowies, I think. An excellent hike to the waterfall last night. A great hike to the overlook this morning. It's always fun to explore new places close to home, explore new places in Montana. I think I'll definitely bring the family here. And yeah, probably come to this viewpoint again. Go to the lake down there, Crystal Lake, and hang out there sometime. Great spot. So it's always fun. It's always great to get out in the mountains. Temperature is great. It's nice and cool, not hot at all. Get a little bit warm when you're hiking, but that's it. Can't ask for a better day. Sun shining. The trees and the forest smells great. And just happy to be out here. Thanks for coming along. Keep an eye out for any more videos. If there are any spots that you think I should check out that I haven't been to, or maybe I have, let me know, because I'm always looking for more places to get to. All right, time to head out. See ya.